want to create new Salesforce trial account, they need to go with the URL https developer.salesforce.com. If anyone want to create a trial account, they need to go with developer.salesforce.com. Other than this URL, using any URL, if you create a trial version, you get only 30 days trial version and you get only CRM account. But if you want to work with the force.com and the CRM together, then we need to go with the developer.salesforce.com. Other than developer.salesforce.com, if you use any URL and register with the Salesforce, you get only 30 days trial version and you get only CRM. When you register with the developer.salesforce.com, you get like, okay, this is 90 days, but it's a lifelong as long as you use it. And they provide you CRM and force.com. So don't register with any other URL other than developer.salesforce.com, as we need to practice the CRM and the force.com. So it is the URL with which I have to register. Now, once I open this URL, the primary details are expected. So I need to provide primary details like last name, first name, company name. Now, the primary details are expected. Once you enter the primary details, they ask you for username, where my username should be in the form of name at the rate of company name. If you want to create a username, your username should be in the form of name at the rate of companyname.com. It should be in the form of email, name at the rate of your companyname.com. Look at the format. I am going with the developer.salesforce.com. We are going with a sign up. Sign up is a free account for everyone. So I am registering here. The registered email, your role, name of the company, then I told you your username should be name at the rate of your companyname.com. So I was giving dash 296 at the rate of capital.com. It can be anything. Ravi at the rate of sham.com, Kumar at the rate of xyz.com. But it should be in the form of name at the rate of companyname.com. Right. So register your account. Register your account with the developer.salesforce.com. Once you register the account with the developer.salesforce.com, then we need to understand what type of environment they are providing, what type of edition they are providing, what type of licenses they are providing. If anybody is creating a trial account with the Salesforce, they are providing developer edition. They are providing a developer edition and environment. They are providing production. On the trial account, you will not get a sandbox, only production you are going to get. On the trial account, you are going to get only only production. On the trial account, you are going to get only production, no sandbox will be provided for the trial account. Then licenses. On the trial account, they are providing you Salesforce license 2, platform license 2 they are providing. Salesforce platform 3. When you are going with the trial version, they are giving you developer edition, Environment, they are giving you production. Salesforce license, 2 licenses they are giving. Platform license, they are giving 3. So I can create 5 users who can work with the force.com. I can create 5 users and practice the application. I repeat, if anybody want to create a trial account, the URL is developer.salesforce.com. If anybody want to create a trial account, it is developer.salesforce.com. The primary details should be provided like a first name, last name, company name. Then your username should be name@companyname.com. Your username should be in the form of name@companyname.com. Now, if you are going with the trial version, they are providing Developer Edition. If you are going with the trial version, they are providing a Developer Edition. Environment is production. Licenses, Salesforce 2 license, Salesforce platform 3 licenses. These are the licenses what they are providing. Right. Once you registered, whatever the email ID you have provided, you get the confirmation link. Click on the verify account. Reset your password. Right. The moment I log into my Salesforce account, I received a confirmation link. I activated my account by resetting the password. Right now, the view, what you are able to see here is called a lightning view. The Salesforce has 2 views, lightning view, classic view. As I told you, lightning is single page application format. When it's a classic, regular enterprise application. Right now, what you are able to see here is a lightning view. I want to go with a classic view. So, go to the icon, the user icon here, shift your classic. Right. This is your classic view. Once your account is activated, you are getting the classic view. Right. Now what you are getting here? Sales application, service, marketing, app launcher, the group of CRM application. These are the applications which are developed by the Salesforce, which they are offering you on the trial version. List of CRM application plus developer console, where you can go with the force.com, Apex programming and Visual Force programming. I just registered my account. Now when you create a trial account, look at the space they are offering you. I told you, when you go with the sandbox, I told 200 MB. When I told you with the developer for 1 GB space, now you created a trial account. When you created a trial account, they are offering you, look at the space. They are offering you 5 MB of space. Because it's a trial version, they are only giving the space of 5 MB. Which is suitable to store all your programs, whatever you practice during the course. So 5 MB of space they are giving. So on the trial version we get everything, but only the constraint is size. As they are giving a limited size, I cannot run an application on it. I cannot run a real-time application on it. Right, boss? So it is the Salesforce account what I created. Fine. Once you created a Salesforce account, first question is, on which server the application is running? Now, Salesforce internally has the following servers: AP, Asian Pacific, then we have European, North America, Sandbox. Now, in the Salesforce, the server names are given like this: AP, Asian Pacific, European, North America, Sandbox servers. These are the 4 types of server names what it is giving you. Now, if you look at this, What is the server they have offered you? AP5. If you look at this, you're finding it. It is AP5. So our account is on Asian Pacific server. Right. So we have a number of servers, AP1, AP2, AP3, like that number of servers are there. Right. On Asian Pacific, we are on the AP5 server. My account is running on AP5 server. Now, when you go for the production, all the production accounts are going to be on AP, EU, NA. All your production accounts are going to be on AP, EU, NA. And your sandboxes, all your sandboxes are going to be on CS. The production, your production server is going to be on AP, EU, NA. All your sandboxes are going to be on CS. All your sandboxes are going to be on CS. Once you create an account, look at the URL. Once you look at the URL, you understand on which server the account is created. Right now, my account is created on AP5. So let me open my live production. Let me open my live production. Now, I am opening my live production. My account is running on AP2. This is a 4 years old server. I purchased this account 4 years back. So it is on AP2 server. This account is running on what? AP2. Suppose if I want to log into my sandbox, I am trying to log into one of my sandbox. I am trying to log into one of my sandbox. If you open the sandboxes, what is the server you are getting here? CS58. If you log into the sandbox, it is CS58. So as I have created the account, as I created the account from India, I got my account on AP, Asian Pacific server. So how do you know that it is a sandbox? By looking at the server instance, we can say whether it is a sandbox or it is a production. By looking at the instance of the server, we can say whether it is a sandbox or a production. Now if you go for a sandbox, on the top of the page, you find a black box indicating sandbox and the name of the sandbox. It is a sandbox. So on the top of the box, you find sandbox label. It is a production of the application. It is a production. It is sandbox. If you can recognize whether it is a sandbox or not based on this icon or based on. In case if you want, I can hide this. I have a choice to hide this. So if you hide this, how do you recognize whether it's a sandbox or production? By looking at the server instance. Right. Now the question is, how do you log into your production? How to log into your production? If you want to log into your production, it has to be https login.salesforce.com. What is the URL I have to use to log in? First time when you are creating your account, you use developer.salesforce.com. That is only to register your account. If you want to log in, we have a separate URLs. So how to log in? They are asking, do you want to log into a production or you want to log into a sandbox? Now, if you want to log into your production, it is a login.salesforce.com. If you want to log into your production, it is login.salesforce.com. If you want to log into sandbox, If you want to log into sandbox, this is the production. If you want to log into the sandbox, then it is going to be test.salesforce.com. If anybody want to log into the sandbox, URL should be test.salesforce.com. So where I have got your sandbox name, username dot your sandbox name. So we are going to get test.salesforce.com. If you log into sandbox, if you want to log into the sandbox, it is it should be https test.salesforce.com. So these are the URLs what we have. Now, once I logged into my sandbox or production, I have some login issues. Now, performance is going low. Now there is some issue with my application. Now it is taking more time to open. Loading time, it is taking more time to load. Then, how do you know where was the issue? I want to know, are there any issues from my end or from the Salesforce end? Because I am opening everything through the browser. Now if something is like not working fine for me, then I want to know, is something wrong from my end or Salesforce end? Then I want to track my server status. If you want to track the server status, look at the format. If you want to track the server status, it is trust.salesforce.com. If you want to track your server status, trust.salesforce.com. Go back to this. Trust.salesforce.com. When I say trust.salesforce.com, it gives me the status of my server. You're finding here status.salesforce.com. Open this. You will get the list of servers. These are the list of servers that are running. Now, check out my server is AP5. So go to the AP5 server. Select your server. Find out the status. I want to find out in last there is a performance degradation on May 24th. On May 24th, there is a performance issue for 1 hour. There is a performance issue for 1 hour. Right. So like this, we'll be finding. You can find the status of your application, status of your server from trust.salesforce.com. If you want to track, are there any issues, are there any performance issues, maintenance or service dispersion, you can go with your trust.salesforce.com and find out here. Right. Now, what are the URLs that we have? I'll repeat all the points one more time. So, how to register? So, how to register Salesforce trial account? How to register the Salesforce trial account? URL. What is the URL we have? https developer.salesforce.com. This is the URL with which you are going to register. Then step 1, enter the primary details. Enter the primary details like last name, Step 2, enter your company name and role. It can be anything, boss. It's not mandatory that you have to provide a genuine information. It can be anything. Then third one, enter the username. Enter the username, where username should be name at the rate of your company name. I can give Rish at the rate of You can create your username, then register. Once you register, you get the confirmation link to your email. Activate your link and reset your password. What is the next? Link will be sent to your registered email ID. Confirmation link will be sent to your registered email ID. Activate the link and reset the password. Activate the link and reset the password. Activate the link and reset the password. This is the basic data. If you want to register your account, developer.salesforce.com, provide the basic details, enter your company name, enter your role, enter your username, register, activate your link and reset the password. This is how we created. The next I asked, what are the instances of Salesforce? What are the server instances? What are the server instances of Salesforce? What are the server instances of the Salesforce? So we have production, we have NA, EU or EP. For sandbox, we have NA, EU and AP, and sandbox is CS. Sandbox is CS. So looking at the server instance, we can say either we are working on the production or sandbox. The next step. How to log in? How to log into the Salesforce? How to log into the Salesforce? If you want to log into the Salesforce, they are going to ask you, you are going to log into production or sandbox. If it is a production, HTTPS login dot. If it is a production, HTTPS login dot salesforce.com. If it is a sandbox, test.salesforce.com. As I told you, if you create a trial version, you will not get any sandbox. When you go to the commercial, you get a production and sandbox. So in your case, you are going to register a free account, so you will not be getting any sandbox. Once you complete all 10 to 15 classes, I am going to give you my sandbox credentials where you can practice. Then you can work with the test.salesforce.com. But initially, when you create your own trial account, you will get only production. No sandboxes will be given to you. Right. Next. Then, how to track the server issues? How to track the server issues? How to track the server issues? Server issues are tracked using URL. Yes. Trust.salesforce.com. Using this URL, we can track the server. We can track the issues related to the server or availability of the server. If you want to track the status of your server, if you want to track the status of your server, status of the server. If you want to track the status of the server, we will go with the trust.salesforce.com. We will go with the trust.salesforce.com. Fine. Then, if you are creating a developer edition and trial account, so if you are creating a trial account, anyone can create a trial account. If you are creating a trial account, what edition it is providing you? What is the edition? Developer edition. So if it's a developer edition means CRM plus. You are going to get CRM as well as Force.com. Then we are going with environment. What type of environment we have? Production. But here we can make both administrative activities and development activities. You can practice all the three. Admin activities you can practice, Apex and Visual Force, everything you can practice. Plus Lightning. Because they are giving a trial version, On the same production, they are letting you to write programs and as well as administrative work. Because it's a trial version, they are letting you to work on administration, programming on the live production. Then licenses. I told if you want to work with the Salesforce, every user need a license. Every user need a license. So they are providing you some free licenses. Salesforce license 2 they are providing. 2 Salesforce license and Salesforce platform. And what is the space they are providing you? Space. This is the trial account what we are going to get. If you are creating your trial account, this is the edition what we are going to get. This is the environment. These are the licenses and the space what we are going to get on the cloud. With this, you are going to practice your account. Right. Then next, when you have created an account, which version of the Salesforce is created? Which version of the Salesforce is created? Now, on the European servers and NA servers, it's already updated to summer. Okay, it's already updated to next version. That's winter 17. But right now, on your trial accounts, still it is going with what? Summer 17. Maybe on they already scheduled the maintenance on 10th of June. Your accounts are going to be upgraded as summer. Okay, winter 17. Right now you have summer 17. On June 10th they are updating to. On June 10th they are updating to winter 17. So what is this winter 17, summer 17? Salesforce every year gives 3 versions. Salesforce every year releases 3 versions. So it gives you spring. 17 indicates year. Right now it is spring 17. 17 indicates year. Summer 17. So every year it gives you spring, summer, winter. 3 releases it's going to give you. So the 17 year indicates year. Right now this is 17, 2017. So that gives spring 17, summer 17, winter 17. Every year Salesforce will give you 3 releases. 3 major releases. Right now we are on summer 17. On June 10th they are going to upgrade to winter 17. Already NA servers and EU servers are updated to. Already NA servers and EU servers are updated to your winter 17. Already my live productions and sandboxes are also updated to your winter 17. But on AP servers they are going to update on June. On AP servers they are going to update on June 10th. So we are going to get winter 17 as the latest version now. Winter 17 as latest version. I repeat, every year Salesforce is releasing 3 versions, spring, summer and winter. Right now we are on summer 17. In short, we are going to upgrade to winter 17. Then, if you are going for a programming, for every programming also, API version, programming version. Right now we are on 39.0. Once it is updated to winter 17, it is going to be 40.0. Right now we are on 39.0. Once it is updated to winter 17, it is going to be 40.0. Already my sandboxes are updated to 40.0 because you are using a trial accounts. It is on 39.0. By June 10th, you will be getting 40.0. Right. So the version of the programming what we are going to use is 40.0. By the time you start your development, it is going to be 40.0 version that you are going to use. I hope I am clear. These are the basic details about your account. When you are creating your trial account, these are the basic details what you are going to get. Okay. Now look at the format. Once you created your account, we want to understand what are the screens that you find on the home page, what are the elements that are there in the home page, how to control your Salesforce account. Let us understand the home page of your Salesforce. I told you already, Salesforce is going to provide you 2 views. One is a lightning view, other one is a classic view. If you are finding a lightning view, the moment you register, you are going to find it as a lightning view. This is the lightning view. When is the lightning? Everything that you open, everything that you open is opening on the same page. Everything that you open, we are getting everything on the same page. Only one page. Okay, look at here. One app. One app. Page is only one. The app is not changing. The same page, we are hiding and unhiding the elements. So it is a lightning application, single page application. Entire application is designed using a single page. Lightning view. Entire application is designed using a single page. It is a lightning view. Entire application is designed using a single page. But most of the today industry, most of the applications are using classic view only. 90% of the applications are using classic view. I can say around 90-95% of the applications are still using classic view. So you can go to the user icon, switch to classic. Switch to classic. This is the classic view. Once you go to the classic view, we need to understand. We need to understand the version. So let us understand the format here. Let us understand the format here. Look at the format. The moment you log in, you are able to see this function. When I logged in, you are able to see this screen. So in the home page, this is a home page. On the home page, the first one is the logo of the Salesforce. Generally, we are going to replace this with your organization logo. Because you created a trial account just now, still the Salesforce logo is there. We will replace with your application logo. Replace with your application logo. This we are going to replace with the application logo. Otherwise, default logo of Salesforce will come. The second one, we call this as global search. We call this as global search. Global search means any data that is stored in your application that I can search from here. Any data that is stored in your application, I can search from here. Global search. Any application that is any data that is stored in your application, I can search from here. So let us say this. So I gave a word called Gini point. So on the Gini point, we have a data in account table, we have a data in contact table, we have a data in offers. So we can search for the data available in your database. We can search for the data available in your database from this location, which is called global search. Then, third one, the user who currently logged in, whoever is the user who currently logged in, his name will be displayed. The current user who logged in, his name will be displayed here. Now, you are finding, along with this, you are finding what? His profile, developer console, and lightning or classic logo. So the options to set your profile information, your settings, developer console, classic view or classic view or lightning view or logo. The logo. These options are available. Here. Then next one, you are finding a setup menu. So what is this setup? The Force.com options. All the Force.com options, if you want to see, click on the setup. When you click on the setup, this menu bar will be displayed to you. You are finding a menu bar here. It is called Force.com setup menu. So in the setup menu, what you are finding? Administrative options, all the administrative options, all the programmable options, deployment options, your testing options. So if you want to see your Force.com setup menu, we need to click on setup. When I click on the setup, you are able to see the Force.com setup menu. Once you got the Force.com setup menu, what you are finding here? Force.com menu, administer. All the administrative options that are provided by the Salesforce, all the administrative settings, administrative options that are provided by the Salesforce, they are available under administer. All the programmable options, all the declarative development, programmatical development, lightning development, all these options are available to you under build. Then you want to deploy your application from sandbox to production, then all the options that are required to deploy your application from your sandbox to production is available on deploy. Monitor. If you want to track the status of the job what you schedule, you want to track the status of the operation what is scheduled, or you want to test your application, all the testing related activities, tracking of the status of your operation can be done by using monitor. So we have administer, build, deploy, monitor. So what are the four menus we have? Administer menu, build menu, deploy menu, monitor. Administer will contain all the administrative options. Build will contain declarative development as well as programmatical development. All the options for the declarative or programmatical is defined under build. If you want to deploy your application, or functionalities, all the options that are required, all the configuration that is required is available under deploy. Monitor. If you want to track the status of your application, if you want to track the status of the functionality or operation, we go with what? Monitor. This is for testing activities. So how do you see this menu? By clicking on setup. This setup is there. So if you click on this setup, you find all the setup menu. You get the setup menu. Right. Next we have help. What is this help? Salesforce is providing some support documents. Salesforce is providing you some documents for your help. It is providing some help documents. If you want to open those help documents with respect to the page on which you are working, with respect to that page, if you want any help documents, we can click on help. This will provide you documents with respect to the page on which you are working right now. It will provide you help documents with respect to the page on which you are working. Let me give you. First time you need to log in, later on automatically it will accept. It is providing some help documents for you, which is called help.salesforce.com. All the documents related to the Salesforce you can find out from help.salesforce.com. Help.salesforce.com provide you all the documents related to your CRM. This is the document. Next, you're finding last one. This is what? List of applications that are designed for your organization. Right now on your account, what are the applications that are running? All those applications will be displayed in the menu. This is called app menu. The list of applications which Salesforce is providing, or the list of applications what you have developed, they will be displayed under this menu. So it is what? It is a application menu. List of applications that are developed or list of applications that are defined by the Salesforce, all of them you can find from the menu, which is called application menu. I hope I am clear. So in the home page, the moment you log into your Salesforce, you find a logo of your application, global search, your user who log in, log out, then setup menu, then help document, list of application. Now, in the list of application, you are finding an App Exchange. It's like a Play Store on your mobile. On your mobile, what we have? Like if you use an Android mobile, you get a Play Store. What is there in the Play Store? List of applications that are developed on Android will be there. Some of the applications are free of cost. Some of the applications are free of cost. Some of them are commercial. But all the applications which are developed on the Android, they are kept in a Play Store. As per your requirement, you can install the corresponding application, and some of them are commercial, some of them are free. Now all the applications which are developed on the Salesforce, all the applications which are developed on the Salesforce, you can find them in App Exchange. You can find them in App Exchange. So you can find them on App Exchange. List of applications. As per your need, you can find out the application. As per your need, you can find out the tool or application. You can simply click on that, install. When you go to your Play Store, what we do? Simply click on that, automatically it gets installed. Similarly, go to App Exchange, click on the application, it automatically gets installed. I hope I'm clear. So let us say I'm taking. So we are getting a list of application as per my. Choose the application. I have chosen the one of the free app. Log into App Exchange. Then whatever the tool or application I have chosen, that is installed on your account. So I have chosen a free app here. Right. So this is how you can get the applications whatever you need. Install my production. Probably they might have given that application only for partners. So this is how my application is installed. So go to the App Exchange, choose what are the tools you want, what are the applications you want, what are the modules you want. You can install them directly on your Salesforce account as per your need. This is how we got an application. Package is installed for recruitment application. You can use this application as per your requirement. Right, boss? I hope I'm clear with this format. Right. Next one. You're finding it. Developer community, success community. So if you have any technical queries, you have any ideas, you can post them in a committee. Salesforce is officially maintaining a committee to respond back on your queries. So they have a developer community and success committee to share your queries or views. Right. So this is the home page what you are finding. Along with this, you are finding a panel. This panel is called tab panel. We call this panel as tab panel. This is a tab panel. Now, what all the things functionalities you are using with respect to your application, all of them will be displayed on the panel. Now, each one is called one tab. Accounts is a tab. Contacts is a tab. Opportunities is a tab. Forecast is a tab. So it is a tab panel, collection of tabs. Tab panel, collection of tabs. With respect to the application what we are using, what are the tabs you want to display, they will be displayed here. So with respect to sales, you are getting all this. With respect to my site.com website, they have only two tabs. With respect to the application, we get the corresponding. Right now they are saying Spring 17 for developer is running. Now we are going to update it to Winter 17. So it is a Spring 17 which is running now. Right boss, I hope I am clear with this format. This is the home page. Fine. Now you are not sure which option is available where, because when you go for that navigation, which option is available under what section, I am not sure. So if you are not sure which option is available on which section, you can simply go with here. Search for your options. The options which are available, you can search for the option from the menu. I can search for the option. We can search for the options in the setup menu. What are the options we have? if you are not sure about the navigation, we can simply search for the option from here. So we can search for the options from this menu. This is for searching the data. This is for searching the options. Searching the data, searching the options. I hope I am clear. Clear, boss. So this is the basic screen of your Salesforce. Basic understanding of the home page that you log in. The moment you log in, this is the home page you are finding, and this is how you get the corresponding functionalities. I hope I am clear with this. Clear for everyone? Okay. Now, look at the next one. You are going with this. What is the first one you are finding? Once you log in, you are finding my profile. You are finding my profile. Set your profile. Set your profile. So I have some images. So we are setting up the user. Go to the username, my profile, add a photo, choose a file. So we are setting the first thing. We are setting up your photo for the user who log in, setting up the user. So how we are doing it? Username, my profile, then set up your photo. Then your basic details are there. What are the basic details? Your email ID and other information. So if you want to set your photo, we'll go with the username, my profile, set the profile data, set your email address. Right, boss? Okay. Now once I logged in, I set this. The primary thing, sir. This is the first time I went to Salesforce. I purchased a Salesforce. I went to Salesforce, purchased my production from the Salesforce. Now I want to set my company data. The moment you log into the production, I want to set that my company data. What is the company data? In which time zone your application is running? Your application is going to consider which time zone. Is your application is running? Is your application is running as per PST or IST or EST? What is the time zone that your company is following? Now, what is the local language that your company is following? Let us say we are taking Google. When you say Google, it is taking UK English. There are 32 English languages what we have. In that, Google is using English UK. Right? But as per the customer requirement, it is showing the Google in Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, and Hindi. But the official language of the Google is UK English. Like that, what is the language that your organization is following? What is the local language that your organization is following? Google is using English, local language UK English. Similarly, according to your organization, what is the language your company is following? What is the local language your company is following? Now, I want to represent my revenue. So, whenever I am trying to represent my revenue is represented in which format? Is it a rupees, dollar, euros? What is the format of the currency your company is following? Now here it is representing what? Dollar. Now every organization has a fixed format. So according to your organization, are you representing the revenue of your company in the form of rupees or dollars or euros? What is the format your company is following? Right. So there is a basic details, your communication details, primary communication details. There is some basic details what I need to set. So how do you do it? The moment I purchase my production, the first thing that I have to do is set my company data. How do you set it? Set up, administer, company profile. Under the company profile you are finding company information. So what is the menu that you are finding? Set up, administer, company profile, company information. Then set your basic data. Your basic communication details. Right. The basic communication details we have set. Then we are giving what is the default language. We are following English. What is the local language of English? So it is English, India. So we have default language is English, local language is English, India. Then what is the next one? Default time zone. What is the time zone in which your application is running? My application is running in 5:30 Asia, Calcutta. Set the time zone of your organization. So what is the default language, local language, and the default time zone? Then they are giving currency local. What is the format in which your revenue is represented? Currency is represented. I told price 1,000. Is it 1,000 rupees or dollars? The price is currency values are represented in what? I want to represent in English India. So English INR. Represent my currency in the form of INR. Now it is asking, do you want to support multiple currencies? Do you want to support multiple currencies? Let us say I am opening Amazon.com. When I open Amazon, so what is that? It is representing all the prices in what? Dollars. Amazon is representing the prices in what? Dollars. Same thing if I open Amazon.com, Amazon.in. Now everything I find in what? Rupees here. I am finding everything in rupees. So organization is the same, but what is that? It is representing the prices. It is representing the currency in multiple formats to support their customer. Right. So the question is your organization is supporting multiple currencies? The first thumb rule is Salesforce by default not supporting multiple currencies. Salesforce by default not supporting multiple currency. Why it is not supporting? Why it is not supporting? Why it is not supporting? Salesforce by default not supporting. Salesforce by default not supporting multiple currency. Why it is not supporting multiple currency? Reason is that most of these applications are legacy applications, data centric. Most of these applications are what? Legacy application. Let us take, I am taking an insurance company. When I am an insurance company, I am selling my insurance policies. Now, my policy cost is $10. The premium amount is $10. To make it easy for the customer, I represented this $10 in terms of INR, where I represented 640 rupees. Now today when the customer is taking a policy, he finds that it's 640 rupees, he has taken a premium. Then later on, after when I was trying to pay the next premium, the dollar rate has increased to 70 rupees. Now the premium cost becomes what? 700. Then what is that? There is a class. Now who is going to pay that extra amount? Right, chalo. Now it's okay. It's not a one-time sale. If it's one-time sale like e-commerce application, I open the website, purchase, close, that's the end of the game. But when you go for the legacy application, like a sales, when you go for the legacy application like sales, insurance, okay, then what happened? The data will be what? The data is what? We have a legacy application, it's a huge data. Now every time the prices changes, every time the dollar price changes, I cannot keep updating my data. Now you have taken a policy today, after 1 year you want to claim back. Now when you paid a policy amount, every month you paid, every month, in the January I paid 640 rupees, in February I paid 700 rupees, in March I paid 240 rupees, in April I paid. So they cannot track it now. Every moment they cannot track it. After 4 years I want to claim, every month as per the dollar rate, at that moment what you paid, I cannot track the dollar. Are you getting my point? Because all these are legacy applications, the Salesforce says, boss, by default, we will not provide multiple currencies because it's all our long running application and it's a long running application, it's not an e-commerce application. That's the reason we don't support by default. But still, if you want me to support, I will support. By default, I will not provide. But if you have a requirement, I will support you. But rates has to be provided by you. I will not find out today market rate. When you say convert, I will not check today $1 equal how many rupees and convert. You tell me $1 equal how many rupees, I will convert. I will provide a table to you. In the table, you tell me $1 equal how many rupees, $1 equal how many euros. I will convert according to those values. I'm not going to maintain the history about each and every minute, each and every second. $1 equal how many rupees. I'm saying I will provide you a table. In the table, you tell me $1 equal how many rupees. According to that, I will display. Now, I'll tell you one of my use cases. When I was working for the insurance application, insurance application, like let's say Honeywell, working for the insurance application is 3 years back. 3 years back, they used a multiple currency. They gave a fixed value, $1 equal to 58 rupees, 58.38 something they gave. They gave multiple currency, $1 equal to 58.38 rupees. Then later on, in the same year, it has cost 62 rupees. In the same year, it has cost to 62 rupees. It has cost to 62 rupees. But every customer, I am providing what? $1 equal to 58.38. So the company has lost certain amount because of these conversions. That is the reason when you are going for a legacy application, it is not a good idea to go for multiple currency. That's what the Salesforce says. Boss, by default, I will not provide multiple currency. But if your organization needs, I will support you. If your organization needs, raise a case with the Salesforce team, we will enable the option for you. When I enable the option, I will provide you a table. In the table, you tell me $1 equal how many rupees, $1 equal how many euros. According to that values, I will convert. But they become a fixed value. Are you getting my point? Here, so by default, Salesforce is not supporting what? By default, Salesforce is not supporting what? Multiple currency. Okay. Now, let us go with the next point. Now, let us go to the next point. Once you logged in, how many licenses your company has purchased? How many of them are in use? How many of them are remaining? So I want to check it out. Look at the format. Once you got the company information, here you are able to find number of licenses your company has purchased. Salesforce, 2 licenses. 1 license is in use. No. If it is a legacy application, generally we don't go with currency conversion. If it is a legacy application, I am saying legacy means what? Your insurance, your sale. One-time sale. I purchased this product. It is a one-time sale. Now we take a telecom. Customer will pay the payment monthly. Customer will pay the bill annually. Customer will pay the bill quarterly. Now when I took a policy, when I took a plan, you told me 650 rupees is the plan. Next month when I pay, what is the amount I will pay? 650, because you are showing me the currency in the form of INR. So I will consider that is the 650 is the fixed price. Right? When I am taking a quarterly payment, when you are going with the multiple payments, quarterly payment, annually payment, then the multiple currency will have a drawback. If it is a one-time sale, like you got Amazon, what will you do? I logged into the Amazon, selected the product, purchased, that is the end of the game. It is a one-time sale. If it is a one-time sale, there is no issue. But if it is recursive, payments, then is the issue with that. That's the reason I told legacy application. Now look at the format. It also gives you what? List of licenses what your company has purchased, how many of them are used, how many of them are remaining, and which licenses are going to expire short. The basic data we are able to find. So what is the information? Your basic organization details are available where? Company information. Now, on the Salesforce, there are many applications running. When there are many applications running on the Salesforce, how does the Salesforce know which application is that? How does the Salesforce recognize your application? For every Force.com account, Salesforce will give you 18 character ID. For every Salesforce account, Salesforce will give you 18 character ID. With that ID, Salesforce will recognize your organization. Don't count, it will be 15 only. While displaying, it will be displayed, but internally it's 18 character ID. Right? So what is that? Every organization, every Force.com account I create in the Salesforce, it will have 18 character unique ID. Based on this ID, Salesforce will recognize your organization. Right. Now, yes, yesterday, Karthik has asked the question. What is the question? How do you recognize which edition we are using? How do you recognize which edition? Rakesh or Karthik, someone has asked me the question. So, how do you recognize which edition you are using? You can find out here. Organization edition. What is the edition we are using? Developer edition. So, you want to know what is the organization ID? What is the edition you are using? How many licenses your company has purchased? How many of them are in use? How many of them are remaining? What is the currency your company is following? What is the time zone your company is following? What is the local language your company is following? Everything we can track from a company information. So the moment you purchase production from the Salesforce, set the primary details about your company. Set the primary details about your company. I hope you are clear. Right, boss? Right. So let us take the points here. Company information. Company information. This will maintain the basic details of your organization, like time zone, currency format, local language, licenses, space, etc. This will maintain the basic primary details of your organization like time zone, currency format, local language, license, and etc. So here we have organization ID. Salesforce by default creates 18 character unique ID for every Force.com instance. Based on this instance, based on this unique ID, Salesforce will recognize your account or your organization. Then we have corporate currency. Corporate currency. Currency format of your organization is called corporate. Currency format of your organization is called corporate currency. Note, Salesforce, note, Salesforce by default doesn't provide multiple currency. Based on your organization needs, based on your organizational needs, we can raise a case with Salesforce technical team to enable multiple currency. Once the multiple currency is enabled, once the multiple currency option is enabled, Salesforce will provide conversion table where we need to provide conversion rates based on corporate currency. So Salesforce by default doesn't provide multiple currencies, but according to your organization needs, if you want multiple currency functionality, raise a case with the Salesforce tech team, they will enable this option. When they enable this option, they provide you a table where you need to provide conversion rates based on your corporate currency. Every organization will have only one corporate currency. According to this corporate currency, suppose my corporate currency is INR, 1 rupee equal how many dollars, 1 rupee equal how many euros. So based on your corporate currency, provide the conversion values. So by default, Salesforce doesn't provide multiple currency functionality. If you need that multiple currency, raise a case with the Salesforce team. They will enable that option. Right, boss? Yeah. We can track details about licenses that are purchased by your organization. We can track details about the licenses that are purchased by your organization. So basically, company information maintains basic details like what is the currency format you are following, what is the time zone your company is following, what is the local language, and what are the licenses your company has purchased, and the status of the licenses. This data we can find from company information. What is the navigation for this? We have setup. When you click on the setup, we have administer. Under administer, we have company profile. Under the company profile, we have company information. If you want to set the company data, the navigation is setup, administer, company profile, company information, edit. We can change it. But if we change it, it is going to affect the entire old data what we have. If you give multiple currencies,